Hello and welcome to Holly and Martin Do Road Safety. Martin and I work for Suffolk County Council's Road Safety team and we are here to hopefully provide you with some useful advice for life on the road. Good morning, Martin.
Hi again, Holly.
Today we are joined by Transport Policy and Development Manager Carl Ashton to discuss the alterations in our towns following the COVID-19 lockdown period. Morning, Carl.
Morning, Holly.
We've actually known each other for many years, but I have to say, I don't really know what you do in a typical day. Can you tell me, what's a typical working day for you?
Yeah, sure, Martin. My day is really quite varied. I tend to work from home now because of the current situation we're working in, and I really enjoy not having to actually commute every day. But what I have found is that my diary is now taken up with a lot more back-to-back meetings. I spend a lot of my time working at a desk, but I also am lucky enough to be able to get out and about, and I sometimes supervise some of our contractors delivering schemes. So I'm quite lucky that I have quite a varied workload.
Central government wants us all to consider carefully how we travel these days, such as being really careful, avoiding public transport and things like that. To encourage more cycling and walking is also a big thing that's being pushed at the minute. What at a local level can we do at this stage?
I think if you live in an urban area, take time to go out and explore your local area. It's actually
Yeah.
quite surprising how far that you could wander around or cycle and actually identify that a lot of places that you would perhaps normally drive to are actually well within walking and cycling distance.
Yeah.
Number of car journeys, particularly around in Suffolk and around the urban areas, are less than 3 kilometres, which is
Yeah.
easily walking or cyclable within 10 to 15 minutes.
There's been a lot of changes in the last few weeks, Carl. I noticed particularly around Ipswich, where I live. What's been the reaction of cyclists and cycling groups to the changes you've made?
A lot of the changes have been mostly positive. I think lots of people recognise that they're fitter and healthier and have improved mental health as a result of doing more walking and cycling. There's also quite a lot of benefits to what we've done to the wider society in terms of reducing congestion, improving air quality. We've been fortunate enough, particularly in Ipswich, that we've had a really great relationship with Cycle Ipswich, who have been part of the development of the projects that we're delivering and also have been very positive towards what we're doing. And I think that's something we want to develop as we work across the rest of the county to implement some of these emergency measures.
Excellent. Well, it's really good that people have had a positive change. Is there anything new that you're currently working on that you can tell us about?
So at the moment, the next big thing in my intro, if you like, is the tranche two bid. So as part of the first tranche of the Emergency Active Travel Fund, Suffolk County Council were awarded £337,000 for emergency measures. But because our bid was so strong and ambitious, we were actually awarded more than that. So we were awarded 376,000. We're now in a position where the County Council have been allocated £1.3 million in the tranche two. And I've got till Friday afternoon to get our bid in for that. So I'm busy working on that at the moment.
Yes.
I think leading on from that, I think there's quite a lot of work that we can do with the Road Safety Partnership team in terms of educating people about walking and cycling, but also providing that free cycle training that we've been doing recently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Carl, can I get the advert in there? The road safety team is indeed doing free family cycling courses. I've done a number already, and they're great fun. Have you noticed, though, any difference in people's transport habits?
I think that's quite early to tell at the moment. I think we're in quite a unique position in that once we went into lockdown, the government advice was to go out once a day to do your daily exercise, and I think that really encouraged people to start thinking about walking and cycling. As we hopefully now start to move out of the worst stage of the pandemic and people start to return to a life of some normality, it'll be interesting to see how people adapt and change their behaviours. Certainly, the measures that we're putting in at the moment are hoping to assist people to make that change towards a more sustainable and active travel mode. But I think it's probably still too early to say at the moment what the long-term impact of the measures we've done are going to have. What we have done is, within some of the measures that we've implemented, we've added in cycle counters and pedestrian counters. And as part of the monitoring and evaluation of the schemes that we're implementing, we're going to start looking at the data to see what impact that's had.
I just drop a quick taster in there. Thanks, Carl. But hopefully, in the next week or so, we'll be interviewing an owner of a cycle shop. So it'll be interesting to see how things are from his point of view.
Last question up, Carl. We've seen some rapid changes locally. Are these a permanent thing, or are we asking the travelling public to contribute?
Oh no, I mean, the measures we've put in place there are regarded as a temporary. We are doing these experiments in some locations, and we really want to encourage people to provide us with their thoughts and comments on how they're working for them, but also if they've got any other ideas on locations where we can implement measures for them to assist with them with their active travel. So it's very much a case of watch this space. There are experiments out there. We really want to encourage people to engage with us, but both positively and otherwise, so that we can alter, change, or improve some of the measures we've currently got in place.
So, if the public want to contact you, Carl, what's the best way of getting in touch?
We have a dedicated email address set up, which is transport.schemes@suffolk.gov.uk. And there's also a dedicated page on our website, which is www.suffolk.gov.uk/walking and cycling.
Thanks, Carl. I have to make sure that's definitely on the end of our podcast.
That is all we have time for today. Thank you so much, Carl, for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope you found this useful. Please feel free to share with your friends and family. If you have any questions about the topics discussed, please find useful links in the description box or email us at suffolkroadsafe@suffolk.gov.uk. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Holly.
Thanks, Holly.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.